State senators passed LB 77, known as the Concealed Carry Without a Permit bill. The vote was 33 in favor and 14 against the bill.
Now, what's next for the bill and when will it become law? Channel 8's Veronica Barreto is at the Capitol today and joins us with the details. Veronica?
If signed into law by Governor-Jim-Pillen, Nebraska would become the 26th state that allows people to carry a concealed handgun without a permit. Senator-Tom-Brewer, who is sponsoring the bill, says it's been a work in progress for almost 7 years, as he has been pushing for the legislation since 2017. He says this time they worked hard on the bill so it could make it.
Working the compromises with law enforcement to meet their needs, because that was a critical part of it. We had to make sure that we assured their safety and still able to have the bill.
The bill would allow people to have a hidden and loaded handgun on them in public. Brewer says his proposal would only allow for people to conceal their weapons, not to make it easier to buy a gun.
Finally have legislation that has been worked on for 7 years with the input of citizens, with the input of the law enforcement, and we finally, at least for me as a state senator, I've got to the point where I am supporting LB 77.
Lincoln's police chief has come out against the bill several times, saying it puts lives at risk.
I respect the Second Amendment, but there is a reason why it is the Second Amendment that comes both after this inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
After the final vote, things got a bit heated at the legislative session.
Shame! 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 Shame!
An activist shouted from the balcony in opposition to the bill. The organization Moms Demand Action was at the Capitol on Wednesday watching closely. The group says this bill comes at a poor timing as the nation suffers from frequent mass shootings.
It is only a matter of time before it's something that gives people a wake-up call, because it's going to touch them a little too closely. And then maybe they'll stand up against this gun violence epidemic in America.
The bill now will go to Governor-Jim-Pillen's desk, where he is expected to sign it into law in the coming weeks. It would take effect 90 days after the legislative session concludes.
Veronica, thank you very much for our top story tonight.